Hey, trying to get where I can see you. Out here with my squirrel hat on today and my it's a squirrel thing you wouldn't understand. I'm gonna get you set up on my stick here and turn you around. Oh wait, let's uh, let's get a picture of my backpack here. Oh, get down where you can see it. I love my little happy dog. Okay, let me get my backpack on and get you set up. Flower, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna get you on my little stick here. Give me just 1 second. Thank you, Carol. All right, I'm going to set you down for just a second while I put my backpack on. And for those that didn't see it, here's my backpack. I love it. It's so much fun. I need to reprogram it and get some stuff, but I'm going to keep my happy duck because it just makes me think of Chris calling the duckies out at the blue buildings. Okay, hold on just a second while I get my... I'll let you watch the traffic while I get my backpack on. Okay, it is an awesome day here in Kansas City. We had storms overnight, so we had to kind of delay coming out. But
What? Take your life?
I did. And here's Auditing Scientology. He was out here waiting for me because I was late. My daughter, my Army girl, called me and got delayed this morning. So this is towards the Plaza and Crown Center, along the side of the org. Sorry, I still am going to be bumpy because still in a walking boot. Oh, they took their little paper messages for us off the door. That's interesting. That said to be kind, and I forget what all it says is nonsense. Down this way is downtown Kansas City. Come in for a tour. Yeah, not us. Then it goes on to say all visitors must register at the reception desk prior to entering. Cameras and recording devices are prohibited and may only be used with permission. The the church is private property and reserves the right to refuse entry and to remove any person. Doesn't that sound like a church? What the actual hell? This is an old historic bank. I did a video, I think one of my first ones, on the history of this org in Kansas City, but it still has the drop box. Doesn't open anymore. We're coming along the front of the building. This is LRH's office. It's actually beautiful. Before they got onto auditing Scientology and I, when we were first coming out, this was open and you could see inside, and it's a stunning room with beautiful wood furniture. Just gorgeous. I'll walk across the street and show you the building from across the street, but it really is I mean, people are so sad that the Scientology bought this building because it's such a cool old building and it's absolutely gorgeous inside. Come around the side of the building. This is where they all come to smoke. And Z News has been doing some awesome chalk tech out here with the SPTV Foundation phone number on it. They've washed it all away. I think she was out here on Thursday. And I'm going to try to do a little chalk tech while I'm out here today. I'm afraid if I get down, I won't get back up. So I am 68 years old today. Couldn't think of a better way to spend my morning than out greeting Scientologists for their Sunday services. Auditing Scientology down there. The front doors, they've deployed curtains in there so we can't see in anymore. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I'll walk across the street and show you the building from here.
Wait.
That's a Scientology parking lot, but on the weekends they park on the street because it's free. give you a better view of the building. You can see how stunning it is. What a waste of a historic landmark. Let's get back further still. So, on top is a great big Church of Scientology sign. But the fun thing is they only have 2 auditors here. And so they use the auditors for paying customers. Public. It's starting to warm up out here. Trying to see who's saying they're 3 years behind me. I'll go in the shade and look. It's very, very, very sunny. Yeah, they said, Z News was kind of my undercover girl in there. And it was kind of funny because people that were outside were saying she was one of them, and they were saying she was one of us. And I knew that she was one of us, but couldn't say anything because they would kick her out. Well, they finally did find out because they played back a tape. They started getting suspicious and they played back a tape and they saw her taking some tickets that were out on the counter for people to take inside for the Chicago Ideal Org opening. And so they kicked her out. Then when she came out, Osa Matt came out and followed her to make sure that she left. She stopped and talked to people that were outside. And so they said, see, we were right, you're one of them. But then when she got around the corner and Osa Matt confronted her, the people that were protesting said, see, she's one of them. I felt so bad for her because she was just trying to, she took a couple of the classes and she was trying to find out what they were about, and she really got to know some of the people inside. The one thing I think that disturbs me the most about this org and really upsets me is at 3:30 every day when they come in and with that big long van full of kids and shuffle them into the org. And it used to just be like 3 kids, I think, but now it's a whole bunch. The van is full when they shuffle them in here. And that sucks big time. That upsets me so badly that they're busing these kids in here. And I believe all of those kids go to Dan O'Connor's homeschool that he's running. He and his wife and his nanny, and actually his wife pops up in a lot of chats. pretending she's just a regular chatter. But if you don't know who Dan O'Connor is the guy who bashed Reese at, I believe, 14 over the head with the fax machine and put her in the hospital. He's a bad, bad man. And to think that all these kids are being homeschooled at his house. And then, hi puppy. All these kids are being homeschooled. We have a puppy. All these kids are being homeschooled at his house, and then they're being bussed in here afterwards for classes here. That's kind of disturbing. There was a man who was here a week or so ago that stopped and talked with us, and he said his kids went here, his grandkids go here now, and he has no problem with that whatsoever. He doesn't think that's an issue. So that part is extremely disturbing. And the fact that that number of kids is growing. That van last time was chock full of kids. And I'm quite positive that they're coming from his home school and then coming straight here to the org. That grandpa said nothing bad ever happened. All the years he's been in, he was carrying a big book that I've never seen before. Hi, puppy. He was carrying, I'm a puppy lover. He was carrying a big book that I've never seen before, that I'm trying to think of what to compare it to. And what I would compare it to, what in my head I can think of comparing it to, is I'm Catholic and the priest has a large Bible that he reads his readings from during Mass. It's bigger than a normal Bible, and that's kind of what it looked like this guy was carrying. It was red, kind of burgundy, and I would sure like to know what that actually is. He said he was on course, but he wouldn't tell us where he was. On the bridge to total freedom. Thank you for the birthday wish. It is disturbing, isn't it? This is where they come out to smoke. I'm going to chalk tech it in a while. I'll have to make sure that I'm near something, so if I need to hold on to something to get up. Because it's not easy to get up from the ground in the stupid boot. I hope everybody is sending good thoughts to Natalie and Tony. They have a GoFundMe set up, and I donated. I hope that everybody does. They don't need to be worrying about anything right now. I haven't heard the latest. If anybody else has, be glad to know if Aaron's posted today or what the latest is on them, but I'm quite worried. Good morning. The big place that they are doing their body routing here, what used to be called the Sprint Center, I think it's a T-Mobile Center now. They're always outside. Every big concert, they're outside handing out pamphlets. And then just right up the street here is the Power and Light District, and it's the entertainment district in Kansas City. All the streetcars will take you there, and There's lots of bars and outside patios, and there's a big event space. Um, Chiefs fans always go down there and watch the games on the big screen. And um, they have what's called First Fridays. And the first Friday of every month, an organization can sponsor that first Friday. And Scientology sponsors one of them. They hand out a lot of pamphlets. I've never actually seen anybody keep one. They're usually all laying on the table or the ground in that event space at Power and Light. We have some gorgeous buildings downtown. A lot of them are blocked by this big building. I'm not sure what they're putting in there, but they are rehabbing this building just like they did the one here. But it says it's for lease, so not a Scientology building. I think I'll take a circle around the building and then I might start some chalk tech. Auditing Scientology. He's been out here for a while today. He came out much earlier than me. Hey, Windy City, how are ya? Thanks for the birthday wishes, Sue. Leslie Jean, you're 3 years behind me. Windy City, next time I come home, I'll hit you up. We'll do Chicago together. And go to Portillo's. Please don't tell me you're vegan. It will break my heart. What I think is really funny is attached right here. Here's where the Scientology building ends. Attached right here is the Green Lady Lounge. It's a jazz and blues club. They have great music in there. It's like super, super old. It's been around for a long, long time. Many, many years ago, when I was young, I toured with a country band. There used to be, long before American Idol and all of those shows, there used to be called the Salem Spirit Star Search, and it was a national thing. And my band won the Salem Spirit Star Search, and we got a contracted tour as the opening act for Sleep at the Wheel for the entire, what they call the summer concert series. But really, it starts in like April and ends in October. But I have, someday I'll tell stories about those days. But we were already touring nationally. We had our own bus. Wasn't fancy like the bus now, like the bands are in buses now, but it was nice, and it had racks on either side. It had a little dining area and a little kitchen. It was a lot of fun. The only thing was, I was one girl was 7 guys, and that made it interesting, to say the least. So, I mean, all the guys were great, but some of them didn't know how to behave very well, especially with groupies, especially when they were married. Then when I started having my babies, I decided I needed to grow up. My ex was a rodeo rider. He rode bareback and bulls. And so we toured with the rodeo, and then lots of times I'd be out on the road with the band, and we would do the rodeo circuit. So I saw him a lot more than most couples did. I don't know if you're hearing it. I forgot to turn my notifications off. It seems so quiet out here, but they are full. They are absolutely full. All these cars parked on the street. Some in the parking lot over there. Morning. If you haven't seen, this is my backpack. I love my little duck. It makes me think of Confident Chris, always calling out the duckies. Okay, I'm gonna put you down for just a second while I put my backpack back on. Oh, I loved Wyoming. Oh, nice. You rode bulls, Wendy? Yeah, I've seen more than a few people get hurt. Was it Frontier Days that we did in Wyoming? Is that what's in Wyoming? Frontier Days? I can't remember. Cowboy Up, that's right. Actually, I have a lot of shirts and even a jacket that says Cowgirl Up from the days when I was still on the road with the band. People walking around. Another puppy. Good morning. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi. I'm curious to see how many come out of here. I don't see anybody coming in late for services, so they're all in there. I think they start at 10:30, and I got a call from Utah from my Army girl, so I was late this morning. Are you your biggest obstacle? Come in and find out what you can do about it. Free personality test. Huh, where have I heard that before? Yeah, I loved Frontier Days. Then, God, I'm getting old, but we used to do some big rodeos in Canada, Colorado. The finals were in Colorado, and that was the best audience to play for. In fact, my ex is in George Strait's Amarillo by Morning video. And I can't remember where it was at when they were doing the filming, but he was riding bareback. Oh no, he was riding a bull, and they showed him the first couple of jumps because it was a jump and twist, and then they showed him standing on the ground with dust flying around him, taking his hat off and tipping it to the bull. What they didn't show was him being knocked about 4 feet into the gate and coming down hard. They didn't show that part. So it made him look real good, and he was always so proud of that. I don't know, maybe we should deploy some chalk tech. Give me some creative ideas for chalk tech. Sorry for the wobble. It's harder when you're walking uphill and you have this boot on. I don't know why. Carol, I absolutely agree. How awesome would that be for Mandu to take us to the rodeo? That would be so awesome. I don't know how I feel about that new board yet. Yeah, there is not a dog park nearby. There's not. I'm not sure where they're walking their dogs. Maybe they're just like peeing on the little bushes, or I can't even think of any grassy areas nearby.
I've got to sit down. I'll let you get in there.
Are you all right?
Huh?
Are you all right?
My legs are giving out.
Where are you going to sit?
It's a ways down, so.
Okay.
Okay, looking back here at the road, I'm gonna go take a little bit of a break on
Police car
the
down there.
for those of you stuck with me, and we may be back again later on. Okay.
Say bye to auditing Scientology. He's going to leave for a while. Are you sure you're okay to walk?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, you can text me if you need to.
Yeah, I may be back soon.
Okay. He's not feeling very well. Yeah, I have my water with me, Carol. I was trying to show you the airplane, but it keeps ducking behind a building. Too far down now. Downtown airport is very nearby. A lot of very nice private jets fly in there. When Taylor Swift comes in town, though, she usually flies in her big airplane, and it won't fit at downtown airport. Sometimes she comes in on a smaller one, and she'll fly into downtown airport, but if she comes in her bigger plane, she has to go to KCI. Wish I could see inside. It is absolutely quiet. But it's full of people. As you know, we got Sunday services. I'm a little worried about auditing Scientology. I hope he's okay. Oh, by my lonesome now. No, they're not praying. No, they're touching. Touch the ball. Touch your knee. Touch the ball again. I love when Aaron goes through all that. Hey, does anybody know, did Aaron give an update this morning on Tony? Or has he not been live? One of the side doors. That's the door they bring the kids in, usually. Sometimes they'll bring them in this one up here. Darn, that just makes me so mad. Again, sorry for the bumpy. Still in the walking boot and a little bumpy. hate that they're taking those kids to be on Connor's homeschool, and then at 3:30 dragging them all here from the homeschool where they do courses. And it used to be like 3 kids that got off that bus and or that long van, and now it's a whole bunch of kids. And I don't know if that's just because it's summer or yeah, I saw DOA last night. So I think that all creators need to support each other. I'm not going to get involved in creator wars and mod wars. The one thing that I'm going to say, hey Pippi, thank you so much, sweetie. The one thing that I'll say about DOA is he stepped up the movement in LA. He brought something that wasn't already here, and he made a difference. I don't agree with everything DOA did, but nobody should discount what DOA brought to the movement. And I hope he comes back, and I hope everybody learns to just get along. Everybody doesn't have to like everybody. And there are very few creators, I think I'm subscribed to almost all of them on Fluffer and Z News list. There's very few creators that I would unfollow for what they do. I won't say none. There are a couple that I have. But that's just because I could find zero common ground. None. And so this is the next street over. It's a nice little area. I'm not going to unsubscribe for or tell another creator how they should do their stream. I'm not going to tell them how they should run their mods or who their mods should be. In the end, creators are responsible for their own mods. And some creators, somebody just came out of the org. Some creators, it's the mailman. Some creators have just said, mod for me, and haven't told them any rules. Well, if a mod doesn't know what you want, then they're going to probably do what they do for mods on other channels that have told them what they want. So you have to be very clear what's acceptable to you for your mods, what you want them to do or not do. And if you're not clear about that, that's on you. And being a mod is a hard job. It is. It's a hard job. And it's pretty thankless. You can take a lot of abuse just because you're doing what a creator told you to do. So I'm not slamming any mods and I'm not slamming any creators, and I don't really want people in my chat to do that either. I think that everybody brings something to the table, and because we're all so different, that's what makes it good. Just an example. Jay. Jay is so kind and does a totally different style of reaching out to Scientologists. The way he talks to them, the way he deals with them. And it made me so sad when that guy attacked him. Other creators do it differently. Um, so there's not a right way to do it. All I can say is be kind to everybody. Everybody be kind. And I think people need to be really clear what their mission is. I mean, I think I've said all along, my goal is to get these kids out of this building because I watch them bust in every day. I want the kids out of here. And to go from Dan O'Connor's homeschool to then come here and do courses, just that's not acceptable. It's just not. Sorry, I'm trying to see the comment wasn't staying up there. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the whole. Who's saying hi? I can't see. Hey, Roxanne Bucks, how are you? I'm not going to get into the tunnel thing. I'm not going to get into whether somebody needs treatment. I do say I have a problem if live streamers were out there working for the movement and were shooting up drugs in a tent. If that was going on, that wouldn't be going on around me. Just telling you. It wouldn't. I wouldn't have it. I would exit and wouldn't be involved with people who do that. I don't even understand why someone would come there and say they're working and do that. Pippi, I don't know if it did or not. Honest, I don't. That's why I said, if that happened. I don't know if it did or not. There's so many stories flying. That's why I've been trying to just stay out of it and tell everybody, just be kind to each other. Everybody has a different style of doing it. And it doesn't make one person right or another person wrong. And everybody's not going to get along. Just a little background. I've been a child advocate for, close to 30 years. On some, all the way up to national levels. And in working with groups, I saw the same kind of stuff happen where there was jealousies or conflicts and people went at each other, and I watched organizations come down. because of it. I mean, kind of well-known organizations for child advocacy come down because of it. Then OSA wins. They win. I always think for myself. I do. Hi, Jenwell. How are ya? Yeah, I don't know what happened, and there's so many rumors going around. So again, my thing is be kind. Everybody does something different, and it doesn't mean that what they did is not useful. And if anybody says DOA wasn't important to the movement in LA, they're lying. He was. And he still is. I think he's tired. Hi, guys. I think he's tired. So everybody here inside is doing Sunday services. I parked on the street today. Not very many in the parking lot because it's free to park on the street today. They just want to take up all the parking places. I can tell you, people get burned out. Sorry, having a Okay, guys, I totally don't want people attacking anybody in my chat. I just don't. I just don't want it. I'm neutral. I'm the neutral zone. Thanks for stopping by, Carol. Thanks for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Thanks for 7. Yeah, I'm Switzerland. I don't want anybody attacking anybody. I'm not getting involved in that mess. No mod wars. No creator wars. I think everybody's important to the cause. And the fact that everybody's different is what makes it good. Curious who the guy is that just walked in, though. If he's here for Sunday service, he's a little late. Thanks, Jim. Wow. Appreciate it. Bebop Chick, thanks. Hi, Eric. Oh, Knobnoster. You know, Knobnoster used to have these great air shows. Great air shows. And they stopped doing it around COVID and they just never did it again. My daughter was stationed in Seattle for a long time. She's an Army combat medic. She's a staff sergeant. And she was stationed there for a couple years. She's in Utah now. She's got one more year left and she has full retirement, full military retirement. Good morning. Casey Current, yes.
Yeah. Going to be a good game tonight.
Yep. We were going to look into that billboard right there. I don't know if you can see it that says Do Good Company. I know it wasn't cheap to do. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. It's not really a tiny little town. We are on the outskirts of downtown. Downtown is that way. And then this way is almost like another downtown. There's Crown Center and the plaza. And there's lots of stuff that goes on that way too. But yeah, we're right on the outskirts of downtown. And downtown is really that way. So this part is the older part. The Scientology building, I did a video about it, about the history of it, but it dates back to like 1911. It was a bank. Oh, Knobnoster is tiny. Yeah, it is. But they got the Air Force Base there. And so they used to do the great big air shows. Isn't that where the stealth bomber is at? Knobnoster? I think it might be. We're supposed to be having 2 historic bombers fly over Kansas City, I think next Sunday. I was going to get down and do chalk tech, but a little afraid. Oh, you're there for the Air Force Base. Cool. Yeah, I remember going out. I remembered that the stealth bomber was there, would take off during the air show, but I couldn't remember if it was housed there or not. I thought it was. It looks like auditing Scientology is feeling better and coming back. Hi, Birch 1872. Thanks for coming. So, Eric, you're going to the Air Force Base? That's where you're working? It looks like auditing Scientology's back up streaming. He wasn't feeling well. Nice, Eric. My daughter, although she's Army, is actually on an Air Force base right now. She is running their hospital on the clinical side. I'm curious how long they'll all stay in there today. Yeah, JBLM, right. No, she's not at JBLM now. She was. She was stationed at JBLM. She is at, she's in Utah at an Air Force base. She's on her last year before full military retirement. She lost her husband in Iraq. I had been to Germany when he was home on leave. And we spent 3 weeks together. And then he went back to Iraq. He only had to go back for a couple more weeks. And got killed. It has been so hot here in Kansas City, and we got heavy rain the last 2 nights. Gosh, yesterday morning, early in the morning, like 2 o'clock, it was raining so hard you couldn't even see. It was just like sheets of rain. Last night it rained hard, but it wasn't like the night before. And just at the very end of it, there was a wind front that came through, a gust front, and it got very, very windy. And it was still raining this morning. We were going to be out here before they even came in for services, but it was still raining hard, so we had to delay. Shows up at like 8:30 or something, and then services start at 10:30, I think. But it was pouring. Lots of people out walking today. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, the funny thing is, I've lived in the Kansas City area since 1973. I graduated my junior year of high school. So I only went 3 years of high school and then came to Kansas City, went to UMKC. And oh, here we go, a couple people leaving. And all this time I had no idea that this building was even down here. All the child advocacy work. Oh, she just flipped me the bird. How sweet. Everybody's wearing Casey Current shirts today because they have a big game tonight. wonder if we're going to see more come out and get lunch. They like to sneak out the side door too, Mike's on that side. I haven't seen one pop out for a cigarette yet. They have a smoking area in back. Plan to do chalk tech. I'm not sure I can get down on my knees on this. I should have brought something to kneel on. No, nobody out there. I'm anxious to see what my x-rays show when I get new x-rays on Thursday. I've been in this darn boot almost 4 months between my knee walker and the boot, I guess. I'm kind of over it. Kind of over it. Hey, Al Meyer. C News. Hey, Fluffer. Thanks for the birthday wishes, C News. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the chat. Yeah, I'm going to say once again, I'm Switzerland. I support everybody. Everybody has their own style, and each style is important. All of them are important because you never know what style is going to make the difference. So I'm not picking sides. I'm not getting in mod wars. I'm not getting in creator wars. I'm supporting everybody. I want everybody to feel safe. And I want everybody to feel appreciated that's out doing the work. I have not seen Osamat yet. Thank you, Fluffer. Yeah, we have not sighted Osamat yet. He must have got here before we got here. It was pouring rain this morning. And yes, Z News, please. Sorry, the chat keeps disappearing. Yeah, again, I want everybody to feel safe. I want everybody to feel appreciated. And I'm not picking sides with anybody. I've been trying to support everybody. Well, Fluffer, I go back to the doctor on Thursday and they'll do more x-rays. I do have to say, I was pretty convinced. Okay, let's start at the beginning. When I first broke my foot in 3 places, I had got tangled up with 2 golden retrievers looking for some love and treats, because they know I always have them. And it just got tangled up and knocked down and broke it. And it's having a hard time healing. I'm old, so it doesn't heal as fast. And because of where the breaks were. So, but they are, I mean, the last x-rays, they looked pretty good. Then I had fallen asleep watching a blue building stream on YouTube, still had my boot on, woke up, got up to go to the bathroom and go to bed, and my cat, I must have scared the life out of him, and he jumped up, he knocked the crutch down in front of me just as I was starting to walk, and I fell, and it hurt really bad. My knee hurt really bad, my foot hurt really bad, and I couldn't get up, and I was home alone. So I was pretty convinced that it was rebroken. I'm not so convinced now. So I'm anxious to see those x-rays on Thursday. I desperately want to get out of the boot. You know, I was really careful after I fell the second time, and both times, animals involved. I was really careful after the second time, and I used my knee walker again for a few days, and then started walking in the boot, and was kind of walking on the outside of my foot in the boot, and it really seems a lot better. And I have put my weight on my foot a couple of times, and it feels pretty good. There's some pain, but it feels pretty good. So Thursday, more x-rays, and we'll find out. I think it's interesting that, sorry, I'm walking uphill, so I'm going to be really crooked. Thanks, Jen Wow. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, you know, Fluffer, my son, when he lost his wife in a car accident, moved back in with me, but he works late hours, and so I knew that I was going to have to lay there for a while, and finally I just thought, you know, just pull up your big girl panties and get up, and so I did. Thanks, Union. I truly am hoping everything looks good. It's funny. I'm 68 years old, and it's the first time I've ever broken a bone. No broken bones, ever. So I find that very interesting that I've taken 2 falls in the last couple of months, few months, and I'm anxious to see who this guy is getting out of the car in front of the door. And that I broke them. I guess if you're going to do it, go big or go home. So I did. Gosh, I wish I could figure out a way to get down and do chalk tech. I don't know why I didn't think of bringing something to kneel on. I just didn't. Yeah, it was a good run, wasn't it? I have so many friends who've had knee replacements and hip replacements and heart attacks and all kinds of stuff. But I've been pretty healthy. I walk every day, or did walk every day. I'm just now, really starting to walk again, even with the boot. And I get active with my grandson who lives here in town. So that's never been a problem. The one thing I don't like is this morning, for the first time, I put both feet down on the scale since all of this happened, and I've gained like 15 pounds. And I know my mom's looking down at me right now going, good, you needed to, but I don't like it at all. She was constantly telling me I needed to gain some weight. I don't know if this guy's stalling, so we won't be here. He's clearly coming into the org, I think. Oh, he can hardly walk, I think. Oh my gosh. I think he might just be delivering food. God, whatever he's delivering smells good. Dang. My neighbor came over last night with a birthday cake, a double chocolate bundt cake with a ton of cream cheese frosting, swizzled all over it, and piled up in the center. And I'm telling you, I'm not a big chocolate eater at all, but it was so moist and so flavorful that I probably ate more than I should have. And it was not only good to eat, I mean, it was beautiful. It was absolutely stunning. Yeah, it was so good. So then I cut a big piece. She actually owns the dog, one of the dogs involved in my fall, because I usually walk him for her twice a day. And I cut her a great big piece and took it over to her in one left one for the girl who comes and walks the dog while I'm in the boot. I can walk on solid ground, but when it comes to getting off in the grass where the ground is uneven, I can't do that. Um, I tried walking him when I was getting around better in the boot and almost took a fall in the grass. So there's a gal down the hall that comes out and walks him. She works from home. She comes out and walks him for her right now till I'm back two-footed. I don't know, maybe he was going in there to do something because he hasn't come back out. Interesting. Let me show you my shirt. Here's my hat. And then here's my shirt. It's a squirrel thing you wouldn't understand. See if I can hold it out part. And my squirrel hat. Thanks, D-News. It always makes me think of Fluffer. I was going to wear an SPTV shirt today. I wanted to wear my Tony Tuff, but I wore it earlier this week and hadn't done laundry yet. Hey, did anybody see, did Aaron do an update today? Did he do Natalie's stream? Do we have an update on Tony? I hope he's doing okay. I hope this is just a bump in the road. I have a very, very dear friend battling cancer right now. And she knows her cancer. You haven't heard anything, Z-News? She is the wife of a very well-known news anchor and sometimes reporter here in Kansas City. And I'm very close with both of them. She has terminal cancer, and she has been going through round after round after round after round of chemo. Thanks, Al Rameyer. I appreciate it. So she's doing pretty good right now. And there's no new growth, but it's terminal and she knows it. She says her goal is to make it until her daughter graduates high school. Her daughter is her youngest one. They have 3 kids. And she wants to make it till her daughter graduates high school. And I believe this is her junior year upcoming. I think it's her junior year. So that's got to be tough. And she's a dietitian at Children's Mercy Hospital. Or was. I don't think she's working much these days. But a dietitian at Children's Mercy, and just such a wonderful, wonderful person, and never complains. with all she's going through. Tony's kind of the same way. He doesn't complain. And he's a wonderful person. He is always in my prayers, and Natalie too. She's dealt with so much, and then this. I don't know how she's strong enough to keep doing it all. But that little old man who can't walk, he must have been bringing his food and coming for coursework, because he's still here. Always worries me when I see people that can barely walk and they're driving cars. There's another little old man. I think you get 18 seconds to cross the street when you push the button. And he makes it halfway across when the little red hand comes up. And then he has such a hard time. He stands next to his car and has such a hard time getting in. It takes him 15 minutes to actually sit down in his car. And these are people out driving on the roads, auditing Scientology. He's covering the backside, so I'll walk around this way. I haven't seen a single person come out and smoke yet, not one. See a couple staff members take off maybe to get lunch. Yeah, Z News, I'll have to think it through a little better next time. Bring something out to kneel on, because I don't think I can get down and kneel on the pavement to do chalk tech. I brought chalk with, but I don't think I can kneel on that without having something under my knees. Guys, it's a cult. Z News, I was thinking, what about, those foam, like, gardening things you get? That you put down on the ground to kneel when you're gardening? I may run up to Home Depot and grab one of those. And I'll grab you one too. I think that would work pretty good. Interesting that people are coming in for a course. Boy, that one guy was dressed oddly. You know what I'm talking about, Z News? Those like rectangular foam things that you put down to kneel on to garden. That would certainly help. I am not sure if I would recognize Dan O'Connor again. It's been so long. And I should have looked at his picture before I came today, because I'll bet he's here. Hello. So clearly there's something going on now, because we're having more and more people showing up all of a sudden. Maybe Sunday services are over and now coursework? I don't know. Interesting. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 that have shown up in the last 15 minutes. And it's also interesting, they all have food and drinks. Huh. The weather couldn't be better today after being so hot. It's a nice breeze, the sun is out. Almost no clouds in the sky. There's one little cloud right there. I just have to think there's coursework starting now, since people are starting to show up. I wonder if that means people will come out from Sunday service. They're bringing kids out. It's going to make me sad. The cooler parent. I've decided to enter the transfer portal. To believe would be ignorant. To have no belief would be as well. But to understand that both could be true at the same time. Now that could be the beginning of knowledge. Interesting. I'm assuming that's someone in on coursework. Hello. Clearly nobody gets dressed up to come in for coursework. And one guy looked homeless. Hey, witness, thank you. Good to see ya. Happy birthday, James. My granddaughter's is tomorrow, and my daughter's is next Sunday. And my grandson is the week after that. One of my grandsons. Someone waiting for someone to come out. Oh, dropping someone off. Hello. I don't know if we can get him. Nope, can't get him. I can't lean back that far. Airplanes overhead. I'm thinking that guy is parking and coming around. Hello. You know we have a cult right here. They're an actual cult.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of Kansas Cityans that have no idea what Scientology is all about or that Scientology is even here. I think there's a lot. Ugh. For those that haven't seen, find some shade. It can be easier up here. This is my backpack. Set you down for just a second while I put my backpack back on. Hey Tommy, thanks for subbing. Yes, it is an expensive June. By the way, it's James's birthday too. Guys, Z News is my mod, and she's gonna take care of it, but I've made it very clear. I am Switzerland. I support all the creators. Everybody has their own style. I'm not getting involved in mod wars. I'm not getting involved in creator wars. I think we will tear each other apart from the inside out if we let that go on. People just need to learn to go along to get along. You don't have to be best friends with everybody. You don't have to like all of the creators. Like I said, everybody has their own style. And each of those styles works for somebody. What works with one person may not work with another. Nobody gets to tell me to pick sides or yes, I love my backpack tech Run Liar. I love it. Jade, I do. I love it so much. I need to reprogram it with something new, but I'm always going to keep my little dancing duck because it makes me think of Confident Chris chasing the duckies at the Blue Building. It wasn't very expensive. I got it on Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. But yeah, I'm not gonna have people slamming mods or creators in my chat because that's just counterproductive to the cause. If you don't like a creator, don't follow them. But everybody's slamming each other. I bet he's coming here. Everybody's slamming each other. It's counterproductive. And I don't see a reason for people to be doing it. So I'm Switzerland. It's just not going to happen here. Yep. Yes, Tommy. It's just drama free.
Just went in, I call Lower Conditions Larry. He's the one who, if you put any chalk down on the sidewalk after you leave, he'll clean it up for you.
Oh, is that his name?
Well,
Larry?
that's what I call him.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen Osamat. But there seems to be a lot of people coming in now. I think he's the seventh one.
Okay, we keep track. 7.6 lunch.
Yeah.
Very much are.
Yep.
Well, if they have coursework, if they have it starts at 1:30, then we'll see a few more people coming in.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Hello.
Greetings. What are y'all doing?
Seeing what goes
We
on.
want Scientology to go away. Yeah. And they need to lose their tax exempt status
Why?
because it's a cult. It's a corporation. It's not a church.
Well, there was a long battle that we went through with the IRS.
Yeah, and you know how that was
Right
won?
now?
You know,
Yeah,
yep.
You
and
do
that
not
was
have
the
my
right word
permission
for
to
it.
record.
I don't need your permission. It's a public sidewalk. I don't need your permission. That's the law.
Okay.
Well, that didn't go well, did it? Oh no, don't bring that baby in there. Oh, please don't bring that baby in there. Huh. She wasn't happy.
But it wasn't.
Oh well. Can't make everybody happy.
And I had a long battle with the IRS.
This is auditing Scientology.
To make it work for it. I understand they filed
Auditing Scientology KC.
2,000 seats against the individual
Yeah, I try to be friendly with everybody too.
IRS. So,
Yes, her tone scale was definitely low. Thanks, Z News. Huh. Wonder if We'll get a police call. Hi. He's very proud of his car. Oh, cop just told him to turn his music down on his loudspeaker. Here we come. Good afternoon. There really is a way if you want out. People will help. SPTV Foundation. I like that, the middle way. That's absolutely what I'm trying to strive for. Stay in the middle. I know what my lane is. I don't want anybody's feelings hurt. I don't want anybody to feel unappreciated. I did find it interesting that gal stopped to talk for a minute. Bunch of people walking up the sidewalk. I wonder if they're coming. They usually look for a backpack. They usually have a backpack on if they're coming in. Certainly has turned out to be busier here than I expected. I didn't expect this many people to be popping in this time of day. I think coursework may be starting at 1:30. Hello. Yeah, that could have been it. Her microchip may have pinged. It was interesting though. She was so wanting to come out and talk. Leaned against the wall, but then was mad. Are you filming? You don't have my permission. I don't need your permission. I don't even care if I have your permission. She looked like she was going to keep talking, and then she decided to turn around and go back inside. Well, James, I hope so. But to tell you the honest God truth, she didn't seem like the type. Gosh, I wish Reese was here and could identify who some of these people are. News, had you ever seen her before? Because I don't recall ever seeing her before. Again, this is Auditing Scientology KC, so if you haven't subbed to his channel, please do. Huh. Yeah, I didn't recognize her either. Yeah, I haven't either. She was new to me, but because Reese knows so many of the people in here, because she's only been out like a year and a half, she knows so many of these people. I swear everybody I know is moving to Nashville. I think it can be kind of an expensive place to live depending on what part you live in. I do think it's also interesting I haven't seen one smoker out there today. Unless they're going out a back door and I missed them. Quite a fire escape. Oh, they are using the back door. Well, look at that. Interesting. I'm gonna try to grab my water bottle. It's a big nope. He's not going in. Let's see what time it is. My battery is down to 37%. I should probably put my charger on. There's a puppy.
Wearing the blue shirt is a scientist.
Yeah, I recognized her.
And the guy that just pulled up in that car, he's a staff member.
More people coming for coursework. Hello. They're not very friendly out in the wild, I guess. Scientos out in the wild. More Scientos. Music provided by the motorcycle nearby. I recognize him too. Hello. Don't talk to SPs. If you talk to SPs, your head will explode. That's true. I would love to have a David Attenborough voice to do it. SPs out in the wild. You know who else could do it? Natalie could do it. Natalie Webster could do it. When she does her deep, what is it that she says? Bridge to Total Freedom. When she does her deep Bridge to Total Freedom, that voice, I love hearing her do it every day. The Bridge to Total Freedom. She could totally do Scientos in the wild. Well, about 15 more minutes till course starts. get a few more. There was a couple that left for lunch and haven't come back yet. Hoping my battery doesn't die before 1:30. I do find it interesting, some of the apparel that some of the scientists wear to come in and do coursework. The amount of kids that come in this org are just beyond disturbing. Just beyond disturbing. We used to see like 3 get out of that van, and now it's a whole bunch of kids get out of that van at 3:30 every day. And I do believe every one of them is coming from Dan O'Connor's homeschool. Dan O'Connor, the evil overlord, bashed Reese over the head with a fax machine when she was like 14 and put her in the hospital. You know we have a human trafficking cult?
Sorry?
You know we have a human trafficking cult in our neighborhood?
No, I did not know that.
That's what they are.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I just try and stay away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think there's so many people that have no idea that they're here and what they're doing.
And I know they're here. I don't know what they're doing. I don't want to know. They tried to recruit me before. Good luck.
Benny? Hey, Gav. But people walk by here every single day and have no idea what's going on in there. No idea. Hey, did you guys know we have a human trafficking cult in our neighborhood?
Really?
Yeah. Look them up. Look up Scientology online. will be starting very quickly, so if there's any more coming, it'll be within the next couple of minutes. Hi. I thought for sure they were going in there. I agree with you, James. I hope everybody is keeping Natalie and Tony in their prayers. Natalie has been through so much. And this is not an easy battle for Tony. But I know one thing, he doesn't want to spend the days that he has left in the ICU. That is for damn sure. So hopefully this is just struggling with the chemo, and somebody said he was on a vent, and if that's true, lots of times they do that just to give your body a rest. I did hospice at home for both of my parents and for my Irish twin brother. And it's difficult. I hope people are contributing to Natalie's GoFundMe. To Natalie and Tony's GoFundMe. And kind of take some of the worry about anything else off of them. Right, James. Lots of times it's just they have to tweak that chemo because everybody reacts to it differently. It's a chemistry experiment, and they just have to find the right one and the right doses. Trying to see how much battery I have left. 30%. We're still good for a little bit. statistics. I knew it. I've seen him before. I thought I recognized him. Hi, guys. You know, we have a human trafficking cult in our neighborhood. Right here. They literally are human traffickers. And especially they target the Hispanic community, people that are coming over the border. They promise them all kinds of stuff. Then they get them here. Take their passports. They work 110 hours a week for $47 a week. That's what they get paid.
It's not like nationwide though, not just here.
Nationwide, worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide for sure.
It's worldwide.
For sure. I feel like they do it on purpose. Open border. That's. I think it's related to the elections.
Think about it. What are they gonna vote for? Blue.
They don't even care if they're voting. They're using them as slaves. They're actually using these people as slaves.
Yeah,
And oh, sorry, I have it down. So I don't have your pages. They're using them as slaves. They work literally 110 hours a week, $47 a week. They get paid. They live in rooms with 4 sets of bunk beds, 3 high.
Who are you talking about? Like the smugglers or
The people.
or the people that are
goats.
actually coming here?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it's a problem, you know. But what can we do?
It costs $150,000.
And that's just gonna continue. I mean, if the U.S. wanted to close the border, protect the border, they would. They could.
Yeah, they
you know,
don't.
there's no country with an open border. They're doing it on purpose because it has to do with the elections, it has to do with all this Democratic Party.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, it's money also. It's corruption. The border is wide open.
And then you get places like this that just feed on those people coming across looking for a better life.
And it's sad because the
Take
people
'em
involved, the real people that are, you know, the victims are,
Right.
you know, these innocent people. But
And then they're just going to get re-victimized again. It's so sad.
yep, that's why I vote conservative to a max.
I gotcha. Sure don't like having a cult in our neighborhood.
How you feel?
Have a great day, guys. I am not going to be able to do much more walking, that's for sure. I can feel my foot swelling a little bit in my boot. And I don't think we're going to get any more people coming in for course. It's 1:28. Well, guys, I think I will tap out. I've been going over 2 hours now. I think I will tap out and go home and do a little birthday celebrating. Maybe get out and enjoy some of this sun. I've been standing in the shade the whole time. But thank you, Zoo News. Thank you. Thanks everybody for popping in. Make sure you hit the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one.